hype train, so thank you. This woman in Sartell was bitching and whining and writing articles and making all kinds of noise about how the city of Sartell had the thin blue line decal on their police vehicles.
Okay, now can you is there an explanation why she thinks that's something that supports the police that's on police vehicles? Okay.
Well, she
what you do, get
you
hungry?
can't make this up, and you can't talk a person like this out of it. They live in their own world. This Hannah Kozlowski is her name.
Full of tacos?
She it's raining tacos.
Yes, in her world.
This woman she has convinced herself through reading media, and then this is what happens on the internet. You start reading only things that agree with you.
OnlyFans?
And you start looking at things that only reflect your point of view, and you just start to live in this crazy world where to you it makes sense.
It's called Democrats.
Well, but then you live in this crazy world where you go expose yourself to the outside world, and they go, "You're insane."
Yeah.
But you think that person's insane because you live in this world all the time where everybody echoes you and agrees with you.
Sure.
So any outside opinion, as reasonable as it may be, is never going to get in that thick shell that you've built.
Okay.
Well, she has convinced herself through watching TV and reading and everything else
that pies are healthy,
that low in sugar, that the thin blue line thing is racist. It's anti-black people to do the thin blue line thing.
Thin blue line that supports the police is racist. Okay. All right.
Go ahead. So the thin blue line, which is basically a support system that cops have. It's
I have one of those flags in my garage, actually.
It's like their version of support the troops.
Yeah.
You know, the thin blue line that keeps us safe from the criminals and everything else, which if you're following the defund the police movement, the thin blue line has pretty much proved itself in city after city after city after city. So I don't know if the thin blue line really needs any more help explaining itself. But this woman wrote letters. This woman met with the mayor. She met with the police chief. She met with everybody. She wrote articles calling them all kinds of names, saying they would meet with this woman over and over, and she would write articles saying, they're not listening to me. They're not paying attention. She's one of these people that believes that listening or paying attention means doing the thing that I want to do.
She pays attention to a buffet.
Oz has resorted to only making fat jokes. This woman started...
That's why she doesn't go to the beach. They keep pushing her back in the water.
So
she's dying.
This woman keeps bitching about this and keeps whining and whining and whining and whining. And finally, the city of Sartell says, we're taking the decals off. So...
Oh, my God.
This woman gets what she wants.
What?
The city...
Not a salad.
Thank you, Mike Pradinsky, for gifting a sub. 12% of the way through level 5.
Mike.
A minute and a half left in this hype train. You guys want to gift more subs or you want to subscribe to the channel? We sure would appreciate all the support. But we're into level 5 already, so you guys are doing great. Thank you. Maybe you can finish it up. Maybe you can't. There's a minute left. So this woman gets her way, and she's still complaining. Now, I will say this. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's terrible to answer a cancel culture kind of a thing with a cancel culture kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I want to say that before I read this to you, that I think if what this woman is saying is true, I'm against it. I think it's bad. I think people should stop doing this shit because you can't be someone who's against cancel culture and then go, oh, well, they did it. I can do it too. No, you're either against shit or you're not.
Yeah.
And if you're against it, you can't do the thing because that makes you a hypocrite. Well, she's writing on Facebook now. A lot of people in Sartell are very upset with her. And it's okay to be upset with her. It's okay to think she's wrong. It's okay to think that what she did was bitchy and whiny and wrong and incorrect. I mean, the thin blue line is not a racist stance. And I'm tired of white women. Okay, she identifies as they, them. She has that in her profile here. But I'm tired of people like this person continuously thinking that like these white people want to yell at all other conservative white people, which I'm not one, but they want to yell at conservative white people who tend to be against them on the other team, quote unquote. Yeah. They want to say, you don't understand the experience of being black. You shouldn't be speaking for black people. Yet they're the first people to speak for black people.
Yeah.
So it's
white women.
I mean, it's really, they don't understand the hypocrisy in it. So it doesn't make sense to yell at them or get mad or write mean things to them, because they're just going to take that as, oh, I'm a victim now. I must be on the right track. You're never going to knock them off their path.
You know that she has a digital scale. When she gets on it, it says only one person at a time, please.
Just thinking of more fat jokes, huh?
I'm ready to go.
So she wrote a status on Facebook yesterday. It said, and now people
still
are
eating.
And now people are calling at my job trying to get me fired. I'm literally asking for a sticker to be taken off.
Where does she work?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Get it out of your system.
I'm asking.
I'm asking the Sartell PD to follow their mission statement and the law. I'm asking the city council to follow Sartell's community standards. And they wrote back, understanding, agreeing to take them off. Why the witch hunt? See, I don't believe in this. I don't think people should be calling her job. I really don't. I don't think people should be calling her job, trying to get her fired. I think that's bullshit. I don't think you can be someone who goes, I'm against cancel culture. Cancel culture is bad. Then when someone does something you don't like, you try to get them fired from their job. That you're just as bad as she is now.
Yeah, like going to a restaurant with her. It's like, hey, I was going to eat that.
Oh, because she's fat.
She tried to finish my food.
By the way, I can tell how old I am, like what age bracket I'm in. I'm in the age bracket that my brain just doesn't do they, them.
No.
Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. No. I'm not trying to be shitty. I'm not trying to hurt
She's right about
feeling.
the them part. She's more than one person.
You think the plural works in this sense?
Yes, it does.
It's not me trying to be shitty. It's not me trying to be bad. It's just that the they, them doesn't register for me.
No, it shouldn't. It's a mental illness.
I see her and I say her, I say she, I say that. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just that they, them is like a bridge too far for me. Like old dog, new tricks.
Yes.
Like call me they, them. It's like, okay, wait, I'm 34. You just invented that. I probably can't catch it.
Yeah.
Like it's just a concept I don't understand.
I'm 45 and I'm way out of my league.
Someone said in the chat, Oz is frustrating Aaron. This is called doing that. You have to have a straight man and a funny person for a bit. So don't try to read into things. Just enjoy the show and don't wreck it. Yes. Thanks. That would be wonderful. So she posts this, and now I'm of two minds about it. On one side of it, it's like, well, you decided to jump into this thing. You decided to whine and bitch and complain, and you decided to jump in and take this thing that that is important to a lot of people, and to bitch to high heaven about it and make it a thing. Now you're upset that people are yelling at you and are mad at you and are going after you. Do I think those people should be going after your work? No, I'm against that in every sense. I don't care what anyone does. I don't care if they're a communist. I don't care if they're a Proud Boy or Antifa or whatever else. I don't think people should be calling people's jobs and trying to get them fired. But on the flip side of that, you can't do this whole activist thing and not expect people to hate your fucking guts. That's what part of being an activist is.
She should be doing the nutritionist thing.
Why? I don't get it. Why should she be doing that?
I have no idea. I don't know why.
No, go ahead. Say it. It's the only way the joke's going to work. Why is it? Why should she be doing that?
Nutritionist thing?
Yeah.
Because she's fat.
Oh, I forgot. So anyway, she's now bitching about not.
You know why she's most angry?
Why is that?
Those decals were not edible.
Do you know what?
Thin blue pie?
No, Anna, thin blue line. Oh, thin blue line. So now this woman is so traumatized by, I want to find her Facebook here. Here it is. This woman is so traumatized by people writing or by that thin blue line thing. I'm not kidding. She thinks it's like, I don't get this. She believes in her heart of hearts that it's racist. Oh. I mean, that's
George
bananas.
Floyd.
Now she's posting screenshots of people writing mean things to her in the private messages.
Oh, that's
Imagine
funny.
being that shitty of a person, though, that you're like, this fat person I don't like who's trying to stop the thin blue line sticker. Like, if I lived in Sartell, you couldn't get me to give a shit about a sticker. Like you're not going to shake me up by going.
Only if it's a pot sticker.
They're not bad. That's the worst part. It's like they're creative.
Yes.
They're not. It's not like you're lobbing softballs. There's obviously some thought put into this. And by the way, if any of you think I'm throwing this at Oz and that I think he's absorbing any of it, I know he's sitting there just thinking of more fat jokes. This is the role I'm playing on the show for this bit.
Yeah, she knows about rolls.
Why would she know about rolls?
Because she's fat.
Oh. So anyway, people are writing like private messages to her, being mad and calling her like this guy.
That's there's not a more truer statement. That's the most true statement I've seen all day.
He writes, "You disgusting cow." First of all, can we start with hello? Can we just start with hello?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever happened to politeness?
That's true.
We're starting with you disgusting
table
cow.
manners.
Can we please say, "Good morning, you disgusting cow"? I'm tired of
way more appropriate.
I'm tired of the lack of decency in our society. This dickhead, this Jared guy going, "You disgusting cow." Please, hey. She identifies as they, them.
Is this like Natalie 2.0?
It's like Natalie 305.0. Now you got me doing it.
I meant.
Yeah, and if you're going to call someone a disgusting cow, you don't start with English. You start by going, moo, good morning. I am utterly disgusted. And I have to ask you something. He writes to her, "You disgusting cow. Gee, let me guess. Lesbian also, because no man would even consider you without tossing. Don't dial 911 when you need help. Everyone knows your address and to not respond." See, that's a shitty thing to do to somebody. I mean, yeah, what these people don't understand, the people who write messages like this, is like
911 is not Uber Eats number.
So a guy like this is like, "Good cop, we know where you live." It's like, you lose all high ground when you're a dick like this.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to call yourself the good guy if you're writing threatening messages to people.
Not when you're saying that you know their address and stuff like that. That's kind of crossing the line.
Right. Stop spurging out because, like, you're as bad as she is. That's my problem with these people who fight each other and then expect people like me to get their side. It's like, no, you guys both suck. You guys behave like shitty human beings. First of all, you act like this thin blue line on the police car. Both of you, by the way.
Yeah.
You act like this thin blue line thing on the police car matters at all.
I know why she hates it so much.
Why?
It's thin.
You saved that one in your back pocket.
I did.
It's very nice. So this guy writes, "It's people like you that will be the fall of your kind. As a gay man, you and your kind disgust me. May Hid have mercy on all of you."
He could have left it at "you disgusting cow" and that would have been fine.
Right. Yeah.
The rest is just mean.
Right. After "you disgusting cow," it all went downhill from there.
Yeah. Yep.
So now I guess there's this thing, and she's really upset about this.
She's hangry.
Maybe that's what it is. What if you gave her a Snickers and she's like, "I don't give a shit about."
There's nothing fun about a fun size, she says.
And there is something royal about a king size. But they should call it a queen size because I'm a queen. You can't handle all this meat and potatoes. All right. So she now is mad because people are putting...
She didn't get a second helping?
She's now upset because people are putting... Check this out. Look at this picture.
What?
People are putting blue ribbons on the streetlights.
I love it.
For the thin blue line. There it is. Yeah.
That's offensive, right? Because,
Yeah, well, yeah. She got it off the police cars.
Yeah.
Which she never should have gotten, but she got it. She got her way. She doesn't know when to walk away from the table when she's winning. Someone posted to her, I'm pretty sure his buddies were putting blue ribbons on all the public street signs last night after dark.
Lucky ribbons.
And leaving their ribbon scraps all over the ditches. I live on that road and caught a guy doing it. He ran when I called out to him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's not like he's planting...
You don't want to get sat on.
It's not like he's planting IEDs. I mean, he's tying a ribbon.
She just wants him to plant PIEs.
You're in a league of your own right now.
I know.
You're in a league of your own.
This coffee has way too much caffeine in it.
So she wrote a status on this. She said, just in case you had any doubts that there are a bunch of racist folks in Sartell who have no problem being spiteful and arrogant and ignorant, I just wish people could take 30 seconds to actually listen and think about it. But here's my problem. You know who I'll listen to? A black person. If it's so racist and terrible and awful.
Explain to me why, yeah.
I'll listen.
I would listen. You tell me why. Yeah.
If a black guy goes, bro, I don't know why he says bro. It's kind of racist of me right off the bat. If you listen to a black guy and he goes, yo, you white hunky bitch, then you're talking to a real brother. If you talk to a black guy and he goes, hey, that thin blue line shit, that offends me greatly, I would listen to why. I'm not saying I would disagree or agree, but I would listen.
Yep, I agree.
But if some fat white chick goes, I want to tell you it's offensive to black people. I'm like, do you know one? Do they call you at home? Do you have a dorsal fin? To talk for the black, you must think like the black. When he's up there going, you go,
somebody named the movie.
And you can quote him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am trainer of dolphin.
I am trainer of Negro. You want to talk to Negro? You talk to me. It's my impression of her. It's my impression of her.
You nailed it. That's ace. Yep.
So, I don't know. This woman, she's out of her depth, I think, more than anything else. She's just...
Yeah, she's more about girth.
All right, fine. 1 hour to 1 hour and 17 minutes. There. I will trim it.
Yeah, she needs to trim it.
Shit. I knew as soon as I said trim. Oh, boy.
She knows nothing about that.
All right. So, yeah, she